Hello and welcome everybody. Farmer Donkey here. We are on our New Hope Pioneer Challenge today. This would be episode 20 in this series. So we went ahead and we collected all of our bales. And we're currently running the last load down to our cattle. So we are heading down the road. We got a little bit of things to do today, besides getting lost. Okay, there we go. So what we have is our grass is ready to mow, and then we still have to mulch this field to get it ready for planting. So we'll be doing that today. Right, and it still looks like we have some straw. Leave. Yeah, the cows are full, so we're just going to go ahead and dump it into our TMR production. As much as we can. Okay, it looks like it took the whole load. Awesome, awesome. Alright, so I am going to head back up to the farm, and we will catch back up with you after this quick message.
Welcome to the Farmer Donkey Show, where the seeds are planted and the crops will grow. Grab your boots, let the good vibes flow. It's Farmer Donkey time. Let's go.
Alright, so we're back up here at the farm, and we're going to go ahead and jump into mowing. So what we wanted to do with this field, again, we're going to kind of do mostly hay, but we still are going to need some silage. So we're going to be baling up a little bit of silage. Probably about a third of this field is going to be silage, and the rest is going to be hay, just because it takes twice as much hay as it does silage. But for the most part, we're just going to go ahead and mow this whole thing, and then we're going to run through with the tedder and baler. Well, and I guess the windrower for where we ted before we bale that up. Our lavender field is looking mighty nice at the moment. Hopefully soon it'll be ready to harvest. I'm very curious to see, well, one, what kind of harvest we get off of it, and two, well, just about if we are going to be able to harvest it all year round. Well, at least multiple harvests all year round. So, curious about that. Not sure exactly how it'll work, but we should be finding out soon enough. Right. That's our first headland done. Jump into a second one. So, a few episodes ago I was talking about possibly putting in a dairy. Well, a bigger dairy, or maybe a couple more dairies. I know we're going to need a lot more money for that. So we're going to be kind of focusing on making a little bit more money here in the next coming episodes. I know we do have our bakery going, and it is producing a ton of bread. So that is awesome. But we do seem to be running a little low on butter in that factory. So we will want to kind of amp up our butter production and maybe slow down a little bit on our bottled milk. Maybe use some of our milk from our cattle for the butter. But we do have another pallet of goat's milk that we can take down. To our dairy today. Looks like we do have a ooh, trees. Sorry guys. All right. Trying to figure out where the dividing line should be on this field between hay and silage. I think what we can do is kind of just see how many rows we'll get and then divide it up from there. But I think 4 rows of silage is about what we did last time. So I think this is where we would start our hay. And I'm missing a little bit here and there. But overall, not too bad for us. And if we get a little bit more hay than we do silage, that's not a bad thing either. Just because we currently have a little bit more silage than we do hay in our TMR production. But of course, in order to continue to make more TMR, we're going to have to empty it out because it is currently full. Which we would still have room in our cattle pen. I just haven't been down there in a minute to empty it out. But our cattle pen holds about 1 million liters of feed, and then our production can hold up to 250,000. So takes 4 full productions to fill up our cattle. Then we also have to start producing food for our future buffalo, which we still need to purchase land for, and of course the pen as well. So we will definitely be looking at that. And of course, how much is the buffalo itself going to cost us to get started up and be able to start earning some profit off of that. So I think what we're looking at is, since the dairy is a divided production, if we can get at least 3 dairies going, one for our goats, one for our cows, and one for our buffalo products. I think that will help us out with trying to keep up with the amount of milk that we're producing. Because right now we're not doing so hot. I think that's mostly because we are running two different products in the dairy. But unfortunately, we can't afford a second dairy at the moment. But hopefully in the next few months, we will be able to go ahead and place that down. And that will get us pretty well set up for at least the products that we are trying to produce at the moment. And then that'll get us a little better set up for getting that third dairy, getting the buffaloes, and getting that going. Now we still want to remember that we need to put at least 6 rows of olives down for this challenge before it is fully complete. So I was thinking maybe we get a small little plot, put our buffaloes on it, and then put the olives there with the buffaloes. I mean, that's just an idea that I've been throwing around in my head. I'll try and knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. So, looks like we're going to have 2 more passes on the grass. And then, of course, we'll come back and miss a few spots. Yeah, we'll come back and Ted, rake, and bale all of this as well. As far as the silage, we'll have to come back and wrap those also. Oh, I lied. This one's going to take a small little third pass, which is no big deal. Yeah. Barely a little pass. But no worries. Alright. So we got that all mowed. So get that put away. And then I will catch back up to you once this field is all baled up. So we'll see you then. Alright, so we finished baling up the grass field. We're just wrapping things up now. We ended up with 12 bales for silage and 13 for hay. I guess I guesstimated a little bit off on the field, but not to worry, we will try and do better next time. We did have a buddy come over and said he didn't mind running the John Deere with the mulcher. So he's out there working on the other field currently, getting that mulched. I told him once we get down here, we'll go take over. Shouldn't be too much as far as wrapping, since it's only 12 bales. But he said he would definitely get that field started for us, at least get the headlands done. So, depending on how long it takes us to wrap is how much he's going to be out there. he is currently running that now. That one a little bit. So we have most of them on this end down here, except for the one bale that was mostly done when I finished wrapping, baling the grass. That's going to be on the headlands for our hay. So we'll have to run over there and grab that one as well. So got 5, 8 done. No, 9 done. Alright, so we're almost there. Just got these 2 and then that one up there. And then we'll be able to go jump over and take over running the John Deere. Looks like we're going to be needing some bale wrap pretty soon. We might get probably another couple of cuts, but definitely by this time next year, we'll be needing some more bale wrap into the wrapper. And I think I am going to let these bales sit at least until next month on the field. That way we can let them ferment in place and dry out a little bit more before we put them in the shed. I didn't see any rain in the forecast, but you never know. We'll let that sit. Get this all folded up. Get it tucked away. But yeah, we should be able to pick those up next month, no problem. Get them tossed in the shed. Let the silage finish fermenting, as it is going to take probably about 3 months before we're actually going to get any silage out of that. So, about time for us to cut again. Alright, so I'm going to run over to the next field, and we will see you guys over there. Alright, it looks like our buddy hadn't quite gotten the first headland done, which is good. I mean, it's a rather large field. So we're just finishing up over here, and I think what we'll do here is we'll go ahead and jump into a time lapse, and we will see you all back here in a few.
The tractor rolling over ground that's way too dry. No one's thinking rain in mid-July, just bouncing over clods, plowing over rocks in the heat of the day. Kicking up dust while mulching the field. Only way to know if it's all gonna yield, if it's worth the trouble, if we're just spinning wheels. Kicking up dust while mulching the field. It's a long haul, all the time and the cash it takes. What we're hoping for ain't a guarantee, and the sun and the rain go against the grain. That's the way that it goes. Kicking up dust while mulching the field. Only way to know if it's all gonna yield, it's worth the trouble, if we're just spinning wheels, kicking up dust while mulching the field, yeah. There ain't no telling till the combine rolls if we got bushels or nothing to show. All we know is you gotta sow. Kicking up dust while mulching the field. Only way to know if it's all gonna yield, if it's worth the trouble, if we're just spinning wheels, kicking up dust while mulching the field, kicking up dust while mulching the field. Only way to know if it's all gonna yield, if it's worth the trouble, if we're just spinning wheels, kicking up dust while mulching the field.
Alright, so we just finished mulching this field. So we're gonna go ahead and get the mower. Let me make sure it's switched back so we don't mulch. Hold on. I need to turn back on my HUD real quick. Sorry about that. Alright. And we want to make sure that we are set for mowing. Oh, that's right. I need to unfold it to switch that around. Alright. And swathing lower. Alright. So we'll get this all folded up and put away. That is about all we had planned for the day. We do still need to go ahead and sell our wood products real quick, get a little bit of income coming in. Just lowering my forks so we can squeeze into the shed over here. For some reason, if the forks are up, I can't get in due to height clearance. Alright, get that set down. And we will run over here real quick. We should be running fairly low on flour in our storage here soon. Just because we are running that bakery, and it's running pretty quickly. So we'll be taking a load with eggs and flour down there, probably in between episodes, just to make sure that we are filling that up every month. It's good for the rest of this month, but that can all change in the blink of an eye from what I've been noticing. Yeah, so we're working through the flour that we've had. We've been making a ton of bread. I'm not sure exactly which month is the right month to sell all that. So we'll have to take a look at that. Go toss these in the storage. Actually, when is right time to sell these planks? Oh, it says that this is going to be okay. Yeah. So we need to sell our planks now, because they're just going to go down from here. Um, okay, it looks like bread is the best time is going to be to sell it in January. So we'll get all of our planks sold real quick. I kind of excited about that. Um, that's going to be good for us.